Awesome. So I've got it in the description. I'll angle this down so you can see a bit better. There we go. Onions and beans. And this has got a little bit of soy. Like I poured the soy out of the carrots and the pumpkin. So it's been marinating in sesame and olive oil. And I thought we didn't have many. We only had a little bit of the string beans. So like they're going to get fried up at the same temperature. Going to have pumpkin and carrot. And that was in the sesame and the soy. Which I poured off into the onions. And then this is, I think they're pinto beans with cabbage and tomato, and they're beans in sauce too. So they're canned beans. These are canned beans with tomato and herbs. But I've got like the last of the tomato that was in the fridge. So, and nice big block of halloumi, which I'm going to fry up separately. Awesome, there's two people here. Hello, everyone who's here. There's plenty of other oil and everything. I gave all the things oil. I might leave this out just in case I need someone to cook the halloumi. Now I could put the onions in the. Maybe I should. Although no, I want the onion. Actually, I'm going to do the onion here. I'll do the carrot and pumpkin in the other. Both on full heat. I like. Sometimes I cook on low heat. Sometimes I cook on high heat. Should be low, and then I'll bring it down. Very really good. The pumpkin will probably break up as I cook it. There's a nice and light like that. Because when you can wash your prep bowls straight away as you empty them, and it doesn't take much to clean. I'm going to reduce the flame on both of these really well. This is all clean, so it didn't matter how quick I think. Yeah, the pumpkin's just going to break up and be mush, but the carrot's going to stay together. You can't really see the onion, but it's pretty nice. Diced onion, you saw it in the picture. You got to keep it moving when you cook on high heat. I will turn this down, the pumpkin and the carrot. It's been marinating, so like all the bits that stick will remove, like they'll become part of like a gravy and flavouring. And I'm using a wooden spoon here, so it's able to. There's a bit of mixture of flavours here because what's on the spoon here that was in there is now going to go into this. So that can be a good thing. Usually when I cook pasta and make a pasta sauce, I'll stir the pasta and then I'll, there's a lot of things. So the little bit of flavour goes from there back into here and then from here back into there. This is on full heat. The only reason why it's not burning is because I'm continually stirring it. That was red wine. This is going to be very close. Soy sauce and red wine go really well together. By the way, I also put enough salt, but pepper and a little bit of pepper in all the things. Not much, just a little bit. So the pumpkin is breaking up a lot and it's becoming, I don't know if you can see, the carrots are staying together, but the pumpkin's mashing up as it cooks. So I cooked them the same. You can see the pumpkin is the same, but then it's breaking up as it cooks. So once this is cooked, it'll just be, there'll be the carrot, but all the pumpkin will be constituted. I just finally turned this down to low heat. Onions are cooked nicely, marinated in soy, and then I threw in the olive, not the olive, just the red wine. Now, I could mix the onion with the pumpkin and the carrot right now, I don't know what to do. I could take this out and put it in another bowl and then cook this up in the pan, or I could just put this onion in there. And these are decisions you have to make when you're cooking and experimenting and improvising. So, this is how you learn what tastes good. So if I take this onion and I put it in a bowl and I add the onion later, it's going to have a whole different flavor than if I mix it with the carrot. I'll give it a second. I'll think about what I do. You know what? I'm going to take the onion out and I'm going to use that as like a garnish or a layer, a base layer, maybe both. Do the base layer and then garnish. I'm just going to keep cooking this how it is. Pumpkin is breaking up. It's becoming mush and the carrots are staying whole. So you can see it's nice. And the pumpkin's got all the flavor from the marinade. So bit of sesame, bit of sesame, bit of sesame. The pumpkins had more sesame than the others. You should do it this way so you can see that. I'm going to leave some of the oil and maybe a little bit of onion there, but I'll get most of it out. And I'm going to just a dash of oil, although there is some oil in this, just a dash. This is one of Mum's. Look at that. All the people of the world from Red Cross. It's like humanitarianism right there. It's beautiful. Look at that. People from all over the world, all the indigenous people from all the cultures, all holding hands. What a beautiful tea towel. I'm even going to get this extra anyway. You're turning on there anyway. But that's like, yeah, beautiful. And then hopefully with this high temperature, not everything has to touch the pan. And instead of adding red wine to this, I'll, if I need more moisture, I'll just add like some water. all about keeping it moving when it's like this. And if you, it gets a steaming effect. So when you're not stirring it, flatten it out so that the steam rises up through everything. So even if it's not touching the pan. So once I've cooked this, then I'll scrape the pan. I'll mix this in with the pumpkin and the carrot, and then mix it, stir it together, and then I'll cook the halloumi separately, and then I'll combine everything on the plate. We got 3 people here. Awesome. Good to see everyone. You know, it's a little bit high heat here. I'm going to turn it down because it's starting to. Because there's so much in the pan. So there's a lot in there. So for all that to cook, it doesn't need much cooking. You know, this could be just sort of lightly cooked, and it's fine. The beans were canned beans in sauce, so they only need to be heated up. The cabbage doesn't need to be cooked that much. It can give it a bit of crunch. And the tomato is the same, like the chopped up tomato. Doesn't need to be cooked a lot. Wooden implements on cast iron is great for like taking that flavour that's happening. Because there's all in it. No scratching of the pan. Also means I can use the same with a non-stick. I try to cook without non-stick. I try to just use cast iron or stainless, but you know, that's a good one. I actually turned the heat back down from full to medium a little while ago, and in a minute I'll turn it to on. Awesome. This is actually I just tried one of the beans. It's nice, nicely cooked. So what I'm going to do now, because you could cook this for ages. I think the cabbage being a little bit crunchy will be nice. I'm left-handed, so this is the way. But if you want to see me put this in here, I'm going to have to do it this way. Also spilled a bit. So I'm just leaving some of that flavour in the pan. Right? Feel that flavour. So a little bit more oil. So this flavour is going to actually stick to the halloumi. I've also the heat and the pan are at the perfect temperature actually for cooking halloumi. One thing with cooking halloumi, you've got to be able to change the heat. Unless you have the perfect heat, it's you've got to vary it. It burns easily. It burns easily. I'm not sure. I don't know if you can hear me too well. I should have connected my headphones, but I'm just using the mics and the computer. Even the oil from this pan, I'll probably pour this back in here because it'll be full of all the flavour. Here's an example of the flavour that's actually in the oil. Can you see the colour on the halloumi? The orange, that's the flavour. It's like nothing, the pan doesn't heat the same, so I turn the pan around. So this side was cooking, you can see the halloumi, it was cooking quicker. It'll cook slower now, this will cook quicker. It's all about balance. That was close. The oil was, we'll turn it right down now. Once you get it cooking, you can turn the heat right down. I usually turn halloumi 2 or 3 times. Oh, there was an extra slice there. You know about that. Nice. Yeah. This is actually mashing up really nice, like the cabbage, everything's cooked. You know, maybe I could add a little bit of salt. I haven't added any salt except for the soy sauce and what salt's in the halloumi. So maybe, I don't know. Does it need it? Probably not. I might just add a little bit. Yeah, that's a good idea. A little bit of onion. That doesn't need salt. I was cooking halloumi last week and I walked out of the room and I walked back, it was all burnt. It was still edible. So this is what I do. I've done the last turn. Halloumi's good on one side. I'll turn the heat off completely. And I'll turn this off. So gas is off completely. When I don't need salt. So they're just still, this is still bubbling away, it's still cooking, but there's no heat. So, well, I'll take this time to clean up and get everything ready. There's actually a bit of bits that fell up onto the cooking. Gotta watch that, you can burn yourself doing this. Let's have a look at the other side of the salami. Look at that, perfect. Beautiful. Beauty. It's beautiful. So now I'll get some plates. Here's another thing. Do I put the halloumi on top or do I put the halloumi on bottom and put everything on top? Both of you. Now, Dad only wants 2 pieces. So most of this is actually mine. Awesome. Happy home here as well. Amy and Happy. Amy says, "What's cooking?" So we got pinto beans with cabbage, carrot, and pumpkin. And I've got onion and string beans in soy sauce and red wine. And I got halloumi. I won't eat all this halloumi in one go. Like I'll eat this and then actually I'll give Dad 2 good pieces. There we go. I think this will be my taster. I'll show you what I usually do. If I'm not making a whole plate of it, what I do is I put a bit of topping on each piece of halloumi. So I'll show you in a minute. I'm plating these up differently because mine's like a feast, whereas Dad probably won't want as much. And I'll plate it up differently based on taste. See? So this can be leftovers for tomorrow or something. I can have that on toast. Bench is clean, so I can just do that. Show you this in a minute. There's a bit of oil in this, but it's olive oil, so it's good for you. I like doing that when I make mashed potatoes or something, and I press the onions. I put the onions on top. Check this out. I've got it. It's like a piece of halloumi with all the toppings. Mmm. Mmm. The beans and the pumpkin. They don't disappear. There's a lot of flavors there. The caramelized onion. Carrot has still got its body, but it doesn't. You don't really taste. I think the carrot and the pumpkin flavor join because I mixed them with the beans and the cabbage. The cabbage, oh, that is delicious. This out. Oh, almost fell off the plate. Right on my keyboard. That would have been bad. Imagine that. Perfect. Look at that. So while the pan's still hot, I'll clean this. I can use this plate. Put this in the fridge for leftovers. This can be another meal. If I made some rice or something, I could cook some rice, half a cup of rice, and then add that to it. And I've got a full meal. Or I could put that on toast, or I could just eat it as it is. Before I do anything, I will sip a red wine and I'll clean everything up. Oh, I can't read the chat. Look at that. Yeah, happy habits is caught alive. Awesome. Amy. And happy habit. Love to see you. And Cage Pass is here as well. Awesome. But Jamie says, just want to say hello. I'm in the kitchen up late tonight making 8-layer dip. Oh, I love 8-layer dip. My auntie makes that, and it's got like the it's got the olives and the Colby cheese, Colby Jack, or the orange cheese, and it's got guacamole, sour cream, green onion. I've got 5. I'm counting. I can't remember the other 8. Maybe hers was 5-layer or 6-layer. 8-layer. You have to tell me, Jamie. Email me or put it in the thing what the 8 layers are, and I'll see if I can make it. I love that because I think I've got all those the ones that I'm used to. It's like green onion, avocado, guacamole, sour cream, olives, cheese. Jamie says, I'm making the guacamole for it as we speak. I love it. It's my favorite dip. That with corn chips, so good. Or even just like crackers, like wheat biscuits. But yeah, corn chips is the best combo. I love it when it all mixes together at the end and you've just got like this mix. Oh, so good. So good. Yeah. I forgot to That's right. I forgot the Just wash it off. Yes, that's it. Refried beans. That was the one. Refried beans. That's like the base layer. Usually. Sour cream, guacamole, salsa. Salsa. That was it. So I had 5 refried beans and salsa. There's 7 tomatoes. Yes, diced tomatoes. What's green onion? So how do we get 9? Refried beans, sour cream, guacamole, salsa, cheese, olives, tomatoes, green onion. There's the 8. That's it. Same dip. I love that dip. That's the best. Oh, shredded lettuce. Shredded lettuce. That's it. Buffalo chicken dip is also good for parties and super simple. I'll check that because um, buffalo people thought buffalo wings were made from buffalo, but they're chicken wings, and the flavor comes from Buffalo, USA. I knew that because my old friend who passed told me that. He was from Michigan. And spinach and artichoke. Oh yeah, spinach and artichoke dip. I've got to try spinach and artichoke dip. That sounds awesome. They would combine so well. Especially the only thing with artichoke, you got to chop up the chunky bits, so it's all right. Cage Pastor says, "I'd love to get a bag of chips and hang out." Yeah, that's it. Jamie, Happy Hermit, Cage Pastor, and me. We're all going to hang out one day and have like dips with like chips. Couple of bags of chips. Jamie says, I'm going to have to look into the buffalo chicken for sure. Happy Hermit says, or cheat and get canned artichoke nuts. That's what I was going to do. We get canned artichoke. We bottle or can. But yes, absolutely. We usually get artichoke in jars. Yeah. Often, what I do if I'm putting something in the fridge, I'll actually just put a plate on top, upside down, not use Glad wrap or well, I don't know what you call this in different parts of the world. We call it Glad wrap. It's a brand. Cello wrap or something. But yeah, plate upside down usually works perfect. I've got a meal for tomorrow. Look at this feast. Perfect. I'm going to have to end the stream here, everyone. Thanks for being here. Like, I've done a taste test with one of them. This is just a feast. Look, I'm only going to eat half of this, and then I'll eat the other half tonight, later. So I better go and thank you. Thanks everyone here. Jamie, Happy Hermit, Cage Pastor. Oh, there's 8 people here. Awesome. I just checked. Happy Hermit says, have a good day, y'all. Jamie says, enjoy Luke with the hearts and the stars. Love to everyone. Oh, that's beautiful from everyone. So much. I get a lot of enjoyment doing this. I'm going to keep doing these cooking streams. This is really fun. You know, I did all the prep earlier, so I got to show you everything's already cut up. It's good when you do pre-prep and you can wait until you feel like cooking. And you clean up afterwards. Everything's, I've only got one. I'll actually, before I end the stream, I'll just give everyone time to say thanks and goodbye or whatever. And I'll clean the last of the last dish. There it is. Everything's cooked. Everything's clean. We've got a beautiful meal. Thanks, everyone. You're awesome. Have an awesome rest of your week, and we'll catch up soon. Much love to everyone.